Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the Road to Getting Funded series. I believe this is episode like 9 or 10 or something like that. I'm honestly losing track at this point. Man, I'm fighting off mosquitoes here this morning. Here in Minnesota, we get a lot of mosquitoes in the summertime, and they've been starting to affect me during my job. Now, today is Friday, June 14th, and today happens to be my birthday. Yeah, I don't think I've ever mentioned how old I am. You guys might be wondering. Today I am 22 years old. Yeah, it seems kind of crazy to say that. It feels like just a couple of years ago I graduated high school, but yep, here we are. Now I'm 22 years old, so here's to another year of not giving up. Another year of not giving up on trading. So today is Friday, which means it is a trading day. You're probably wondering, are you going to trade on your birthday? You probably shouldn't. And the answer is yes, of course I'm going to trade, because I'm addicted to trading. Because that's just what I like to do, man. I really do enjoy trading. So yes, I am going to trade today, but I'm going to be extra selective and picky, because it's already been a pretty rough week. I started out having a break-even trade on Monday, a break-even trade on Tuesday, and then I've taken pretty much 3 losses in a row from there. Now, 3 losses in a row is not necessarily like a terrible thing. You know, even some of the best traders in the world might take 3 losses in a row sometimes. The question is, were they part of my plan? And I would say yes. So if we just think in probabilities and continue to execute our trade plan, there's no reason why we can't have 3 wins in a row. So anyway, this intro is getting too long. I'm going to head back. I'm going to make my coffee, and I'm going to get on the charts. So let's get to it.
Towards that FOMC low. If you break that FOMC low, you drop towards your CPI low. So I would make sure those labeled as what they are.
All right, market opens up here in about 10 seconds. So we're going to be very patient today because it's also a Friday. So, all right, markets are open. And yeah, Fridays are not usually my best trading days. So we're going to be very patient. If we see a setup, we'll take it. Otherwise, we just won't trade. And oh yeah, I'm going to start my screen recording here. So let's see if we can end the week in green. Alright, this is a potential setup I'm watching right now. Basically, we have this level here, which is the prior day low. And we did respect that in the pre-market, rejected it. Now we've broken through it, and it looks like we're coming back down to retest it. So if we can retest this level and start to get some bullish momentum off of it, I would be willing to take it long up into the highs, because to me it seems like a valid setup. Okay, I'm not seeing the price action that I want to see at this level, so I think I'm going to pass on this trade. Now we could potentially get the inverse bearish setup. So basically that would be a displacement down such as this, and then a retest to go short towards the pre-market lows. Okay, the NASDAQ is retesting my key level here. Okay, starting to show some bullish signs here.
Order submitted.
Okay, I have a limit order to go long here. So basically, if this candle turns green, we will be filled.
Order filled.
And we are in. Alright, right now the plan will be to go for a fixed 2 to 1. But I think once we get towards high day, I'll probably go break even on the trade. And if we take a loss here, I'll probably just call it a day and go do something else. Alright, it appears we just broke high day. No way. Are we going to come all the way back down? So now at this point, we're going to go break even on the trade. I'm just really hoping we don't come all the way back down. We came just a few ticks away. Oh, that's going to be painful.
Stop filled.
Alright, it is what it is. Break even there. And we came this close to our take profit, so that's pretty unfortunate, but it is what it is, I guess. Well, I guess it's good we went break even because my stop was right here, so we avoided another loss, which is good. Alright, so no more trades for me today. I just took the one trade and it was break even. Yes, it is a little bit frustrating that it came this close to my take profit and then it came all the way back down to break even, but that's okay. Yeah, now I'm just gonna chill out and eat my breakfast. I have oatmeal every morning, of course. And like I said, today's my birthday, so I'm gonna go out and spend some time with my family today. I'm gonna go out to some garage sales with my mom because that's just something we like to do. My mom also does a little bit of reselling on eBay and stuff. So hopefully we can find some good gems out there. And then tonight, I think we're going to the Texas Roadhouse to have dinner. So it should be a fun day. So see you guys at the sales. All right, first sale of the day, we got like 4 electronic devices, 2 original Xboxes, a VCR player, and this is one of those like CD players, so great start to the day. All right.
A bargain. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Got something called a percolator. It's like an electric coffee pot. I think that was a good find. Alright, I'm back home from all the garage sales. Pretty successful day of sourcing from my eBay store. I found some good items. I'm going to show you guys that in a second. And honestly, it looks like I didn't really miss much in the markets today. If you take a look at the price action on ES, pretty range bound day. I mean, it was trending up really slowly, but that's not aggressive price action. So it's probably a good thing I only took one trade and just called it a day. So let's take a look at all the items I found today. One sec. So starting over here, we got some like coffee items. I forget what this is called. It's like an electric coffee pot. That was only $5 and it's listed on eBay for like 60 or so. Now these little coffee mugs are quite interesting. They're just basic coffee mugs, but they sit on this like electric heater thing and it keeps the coffee warm. These were $6 each and they're selling for like $30 to $40 each on eBay. So it should be some great profit on those items. This is a VHS player. Now these are really old and I think a lot of people don't really use them anymore, but the reason why they sell is because you can't go to Target and buy one of these anymore. They don't make these anymore, so there's a very limited amount of these left in the world. So if you see one at a yard sale for $5, always pick it up. I think this sells for $50 used, even with no remote on eBay. And then I got another one of these 5-disc CD players. I just sold one of these for $65 on eBay. Again, this was only $5, so yeah, I think this was another great find. And at that same sale, I got 2 original Xbox consoles. Now, this is like the oldest Xbox that they ever made. I don't know what year these came out, but man, these are some old consoles. No controllers, unfortunately. It did come with a game. And I guess there are some power cords and stuff to go with it. I don't know exactly how much they go for, but I got all this stuff for $20. So both of these were $20 total. Now, this was one of the best finds of the day. This is a pretty nice paintball gun. This side is really dirty. Let me flip it over. So yeah, it's called a Tipman A5 paintball gun. I looked up the model. I think this thing can sell for at least $100. And the good thing is that they gave me a deal on all this stuff. These are like the CO2 cartridges that power it. And this cartridge alone, I saw it listed for like $60 on eBay. And they gave me the gun and 4 of the cartridges for like $20 total. So I think that was a great deal. I don't think these hold as much value, but these 2 items are very valuable. I think they'll resell for some good profit. And the last item of the day is just like a motorcycle helmet. I saw it sitting there and for only $5. I'm like, okay, this seems like a pretty good quality helmet. I might list it on Facebook Marketplace so I don't have to ship it. And I guess shipping it wouldn't be that bad, so pretty good day. Now that stuff is pretty dirty. It's got a lot of dust and dirt on it, so before I list it, I'm definitely gonna have to clean it all up. And I'll probably start listing that stuff tonight as I'm watching the finals game. Game 4 of the NBA Finals is on tonight, and it might be a sweep. Boston is up 3-0 right now, so we'll see if the Mavericks can pull off a win here or not. I wish we were watching the Timberwolves versus the Celtics right now, but unfortunately they did not make it, so. So now before I go to dinner tonight, let's take a look at my trading from this week. Because honestly, this was not a great week as far as P&L goes, but I was definitely on the right side of a lot of these trades. I had so much unrealized P&L this week, it's just ridiculous and a little bit frustrating because I had so many break-even trades that almost hit my take profit and came all the way back down to break even. So let's hop over to the screen recording and take a look at that right now. Okay, wait one second. There we go. Some more lighting, should look better now. Hopefully this camera is not messed up again. I mean, this thing gets messed up every single day, halfway through my morning screen recording. I really need to invest in some higher quality hardware. So here's my journal for the week. So let's start out by taking a look at the numbers here. Now these numbers are not pretty. We had break even, loss, break even. And all three of these break even trades were just so close to my take profit. And they snapped right back and hit my break even and went the other way. So on the bright side, I think I definitely did the right thing, because if I didn't go break even on these trades, they all would have hit full stop loss, I think. So let's kind of break down this first trade here. This is how I started the week. Yeah, this was a simple break and retest on the Dow here. Now it was right in the middle of the range, which I'm not a huge fan of taking trades right in the middle of the range. I like going like with the trend, or buying towards the low or going short towards the high. This is not really my bread and butter strategy. However, it's still a break and retest. So I went short here. I almost got filled I was going for a 2-to-1. I almost got filled here, held through this pullback. I thought I was going to get filled here, came all the way back up to break even. So next trade is on Tuesday. This was a break even on the NASDAQ. And so NASDAQ had some weakness right off the open. We went straight through this level of support, turned it into resistance. And when I saw this super bearish candle here, I went short here on this break and retest of this key level. And I was looking for a move down into this next level here. So I went short here, and right away I got a very strong move down. And so I thought that my take profit was going to get hit. My take profit was right here at again, a 2-to-1. Again, it bottom wicked super fast, so moved my stop to break even, and it was hit. And then I was waiting for, once I saw that we were making a move up, I was waiting for sort of an inverse head and shoulders to form. I was waiting for a retest of this level again to go long, but it really just didn't pull back significantly, so I didn't take another entry. The third trade, this was a loss on the Dow. Now this, honestly, not the greatest trade here. I think I said in my notes, I said I think I wanted to force a trade here because I've had to be so patient all week. The markets were a little slow, so I kind of forced this setup here. I simply just went long when I saw this bottom wick off this key level here. But that was right after it rejected some key levels. And keep in mind, this is the 5-minute chart. So this took quite a while to get back to this level. And I don't know, I think a much better trade would have been if we pulled back on this candle here and retested it. And then I could have taken it long into these levels. I don't know if that makes sense, but after a market just rejected some key levels and comes back down to support, it seems lower probability. It's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of just an intuition thing. That was not really an A+ trade, in my opinion. Now, these next two trades, I took back-to-back losses on Thursday. I'd say these were good setups. Just sort of a lack in follow-through, like this oil trade here. We had a textbook break and retest of a resistance level that turned back into support, and a very clean bottom wicking 5-minute candle, and I went long right here. And I just held this. And again, I was going for a fixed 2-to-1 risk reward. So my take profit was like up here. And I held this for quite a while. And even when we double topped here, I didn't go break even on this trade. I just wanted to stick to the idea of it's either going to hit my stop loss or hit my take profit. I don't care how long it takes. I'm just going to let it play out. It's going to hit one of the two eventually. And eventually we just completely dumped, hit my stop, and it did set up an inverse bearish break and retest that I probably could have got a 2-to-1 out of that, but I was in another trade at the time. I believe I entered this ES long at the same time, when I was still in that oil trade. So basically off the open, we trended down to this key support level. I believe this was the prior day low, so key level of support here. Now this is the 5-minute, but I took my entry on the 2-minute. We had like a little double bottom form, so I went long right here. I placed my stop down here, and I was again, I set a fixed 2-to-1 risk reward, and I just wanted to let it play out because I've seen it so many times where we come down to support, it does a little dance around the level, and then slowly throughout the rest of the day we make a move back into the higher day. So I thought that was going to happen. I think at one point I had my take profit at a 3-to-1 up here. I think I moved him back to a 2-to-1, and this trade got up to, just barely over a 1-to-1. And we came back down to make a double bottom, but that failed, and I got stopped out. And sure enough, after this candle, we just trended up. back up to the highs all throughout the afternoon, just like I was anticipating. I think my timing was just off slightly. So we took back-to-back losses. Are those good losses? Let me know your opinion down below. Should I have gone break even when the market was up here? Possibly. And then from today, we had our one break-even trade. This is just sickening, seeing how close this was to my take profit. I mean, that's, what is that, a point on the NQ, which is like nothing. And so, yeah, here's the problem with this trade. Instead of focusing so much on having an exact, like, specific R multiple, like a 2-to-1, it would have made way more sense to just bring my take profit down a little bit to the high of day, so that in case we sweep the high of day and come back down, you know, I still would have got filled. It wouldn't have cost me all this profit to give back. Or yeah, it wouldn't have cost me so much unrealized profit if I would have just put my take profit at the high of day here where it made sense, because I would have got filled on this candle. But instead, I was so focused on having a very specific R multiple, and it cost me a lot of unrealized gains that I could have had. Now, I know some of you are probably going to suggest I should be taking partials on the way up. To be honest, I don't like that idea. I've tried partials in the past, and it just always leads to me having very small wins and big losses. I don't know what it is. It messes with the risk reward if you're taking partials like at a 1-to-1, and then taking more partials at like a 1.5, or I don't know. I just like the idea of going for a 2-to-1, because with a 50% win rate, that's a profitable system right there. I'm always open to ideas and opinions, so let me know your thoughts on these trades down below. Did I do the right thing this week, and did I follow my plan? I would say so. Maybe not in this Dow trade, but man, I probably had over like $700 in unrealized gains, and they all came back to break even. So alrighty guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. It is now like 10:30 at night, quite a few hours later. I had a good birthday dinner with my family at the Texas Roadhouse. Great restaurant, by the way. And yeah, I'm just so thankful and excited for another year to keep on going at this trading thing and give it my absolute all. Because I just love it so much, man. There's so much passion in it. And even though it's really tough at times, I still just always have the desire to keep on pushing. Because I know that a lot of perseverance is required to make it in this business. I want to thank you guys for your support. You guys have been leaving some great advice in the comments down below, so keep on commenting, because I love reading your comments and I love replying to them, and they're just really encouraging to me. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here so I can start working on the editing, and the plan, like always, is to have it out Saturday morning before I go to work, so I better get working on the editing. So thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.